Welcome to my very first pick a card reading. I'm really excited about this pick a card reading. Today is going to be a very general reading. And how pick a card readings work is that I have three piles here. I've got pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. I'm going to ask you to pick a pile. And then once you've decided on the pile that you've chosen, you're going to go to the timestamp that I've written down below in the very first comment, and you're going to go to your reading. Now, how pick a card readings work is you usually pick the pile that resonates with you most for whatever reason. You can close your eyes for a few minutes and think on it or meditate on it to choose the one that resonates with you. You can also choose by the crystal that's on it. So the pile number 1 has a moonstone, pile number 2 has a rose quartz, and pile number 3 has a beautiful citrine crystal on it. So from each pile, I'm going to pick 3 tarot cards from the Rider deck on top, and that's going to show your past, present, possible future. And the bottom card are angel tarot cards, and from that deck I'm going to pull one card to give an overall general reading. And so basically what this is going to be is maybe a message perhaps that you need to hear right now, and how you want to think about these card readings as guidance. Think of it as nothing more than guidance. It's nothing too hooky or woo-woo. It doesn't have to be. And in my experience, I just use them for guidance, and tarot cards have been around for literally centuries and used for that purpose. So if you want to go ahead now and think upon it and pick a card, pick a pile, pile number 1 with the moonstone, pile number 2 with the rose quartz, or pile number 3 with the citrine, and let's see what your general reading message is that you need to hear today. And here is your reading for pile number 1 with the lovely moonstone crystal. So we're going to go, I've already picked 3 cards from the tarot deck, Rider tarot deck, and I've picked 1 card from the angel tarot deck. So these are going to be the past, present, future, or this could also just be influences to the current situation, which is usually from the past but not necessarily. And the future you can also think of it as a possible outcome. Remember that you have free will and you can change anything, so this is not to say that this is all set in stone, but sometimes there are cards that are lessons that are a little set in stone in terms of this is a lesson that you need to be focusing on right now. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't, and this is just for fun. And I would really appreciate your comments to let me know if it resonated with you, and if it didn't, I would also appreciate feedback so that I know, because I'm still learning and finding it really interesting, and I really would appreciate your feedback. So the first card I'm going to draw here is going to be a past. This is a past situation or something that's contributing to the present. This is the present situation, and this card is going to be future, or outcome. So this card here is the 6 of Swords. So the 6 of Swords indicates that there has been a challenging situation that you have just sort of overcome. You've just gotten out of something that has been very challenging to you. It doesn't mean it was something horrible. It could have just been some conflict. It could have been a conflict at work, a relationship with a lover or with another person, a member of the family, a friend, a neighbor. It could be something that you have overcome. So now you're setting sails again out of the choppy water. You are going forward, which is the right thing to do. And that's what you have been doing that has led you up to where you are. So where you are now is the 8 of Wands. So the 8 of Wands is a good card. Things are going quickly, happening quickly for you. They're going to be happening very fast, and you sort of have to be ready for that opportunities, and you're in a good place, and things are going to be going where you want them to be going. So very good card, and troubles and challenges have led you to this, so it's well deserved, but you have to keep focused too. You have to keep focused, and don't dwell on this past thing. Just move forward and move forward quickly. Your future or outcome is a 7 of Cups. So with the 7 of Cups, it's almost like you see this man as being easily distracted by a lot of things. So it's just, again, don't lose focus. Don't lose focus. Figure out what it is that's important to you and focus on that. Don't lose focus of the goal, to make sure that you maintain this momentum, that things are going very good for you very quickly. And, if you start getting back into this world here where things were not, that you've really overcome and you should be proud of yourself, then you should be moving ahead. So just remember to focus. Don't get distracted by other things. Keep your eye on the prize. Okay, so that's a very positive reading, as long as you follow sort of the lessons, but again, you have free will to choose to change that course of something happening here that, you know, it's not, it's just it's like a little tiny warning. It's not really a big deal, but it's just to keep that in mind. So the main card that you got from the angel cards is that you got the 10 of water, or the 10 of cups. And it says, contented and rewarding family life, your emotional and material needs are met, trustworthy relationships. This is a really powerful card. 10 of water is also known as the 10 of cups, and it is a very powerful card. It signifies that you've come sort of to the end, and the end in a good way of like of something that you were sort of going through, and it's all going to be positive. And again, if you can keep your eye on the prize, not focus on this, be proud of yourself that you've overcome whatever it is that you've overcome, you know, eyes front, go forward. It's a very good resolution is happening here. I see lots of laughter, family, friends, you know, unity, harmony, emotional wealth, like, you know, you're in a very good place emotionally. So again, keep your eye on the prize. Be proud of the challenges that you've overcome, and don't get distracted by other things. Okay, keep your eye on the prize. You know what you want, go and get it. So that is your reading group number 1, and please leave me feedback and let me know if any of that resonates with you. Okay, this reading is for pile number 2 with the beautiful rose quartz crystal. I have pulled 3 cards from the Rider Tarot deck. This will be, again, past, present, future, or influences that have led you to present situation and then outcome. And then this beautiful tarot card deck, I pulled 1 card as like a general final message sort of thing. Okay, so we'll just pull these over, and we've got 6 of Cups, we've got 8 of Swords, and we've got the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so in past situation, or what has sort of brought you up until now, has been something from the past, or maybe memories, or a possible reconciliation, or something has happened in the past, or reuniting of some sort, a reunion of some sort, I meant to say, is sort of what's kind of led you to current situation. Or maybe you're kind of caught up in the past and you're thinking about the past, which is not always a good thing. It's not always a bad thing either, but maybe you're sort of obsessed with the past. But it's definitely something from prior days leading up to your current situation. The current situation, which is the 8 of Swords, this we see is a woman. She's bound and blindfolded, and she's got the sword sort of pointed down behind her. This is a card, whenever anything has to do with swords, it's to do with your mental health or thoughts or ideas. And you can see this person feels very trapped. So it's a situation where you feel bound, and this would be currently, you feel bound or you feel trapped. Maybe you feel like you can't leave, or you feel like you're being smothered in some way. And also with the blindfold, it's like not really seeing things clearly, and not really seeing things as clear as they should, because they're so clouded by, you know, the feeling of being trapped or being held down, and perhaps again smothered. It could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be, you know, that you're doing too much at home and nobody's helping you sort of thing, and that you feel maybe perhaps that you can't speak up in some situations. So it's just in a mental distraught, like you're anxious, or you're afraid to speak up. And you really should not be afraid to speak up. But in this sense, it's not necessarily an abusive situation. I don't mean it in that way. It's just that you feel bound and you feel like you're stuck and you're in a rut maybe, and you can't see straight because you're so kind of obsessed with the feeling, and it's not a good feeling of being stuck. So what the outcome will be? The outcome is looking actually very good. If it's sort of if you take the guidance offered, and the outcome is sort of to like focus on something that you might be really good at. Maybe it's like a hobby that you have, or maybe it's like a passion that you have, like you write, or you crochet, or you sing, or you dance, or whatever it is. There's something that you do that can open up doors for you. It's a skill that you have. Maybe you're a good listener and you should be like a guidance counselor or a social worker. There's something that you do that you're really good at, that you should be focusing on right now. And it could not even really lead to anything career-wise, but it really could lead to a good opportunity. So it's something that to get out of this stuff here, and to stop like focusing on the past so much, and like sort of to move on and focus on what it is that you can sort of offer the world, because we all have things that we're good at. So there's something that you will be very successful at, and that is a really good diversion to where your head is, and it will help you mentally to go back to that creative instinct, or to whatever it is that you're good at, and give more of that to the world, and that will really, really help you in your current situation. So the other card of the general message that I have is the Five of Water, which is also like the Five of Cups. And it says that things are not turning out the way that you hoped, and you're not seeing the positive in a situation. So it's sort of like crying over spilt milk. So again, I said this person is sort of clouded in judgment here, and doesn't know what to do because they feel trapped or stuck in a situation. And a lot of it is in their own control, that they can make wave to either get out of the situation, or to figure out why they feel the way they're feeling. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to get out of your situation, but it means you have to do something about it. So again, it's a challenge. The emotions are challenged, and it's a challenging time, but there is a very good outcome if you focus on your skills and what you have to offer the world. And usually what we have to offer the world and what we're good at, for the most part, gives us joy. So that will definitely help out with the mental angst that you are currently having right now. And it's funny, because the rose quartz is a very self-love type of crystal. It's a very lovely, gentle crystal, and maybe that's also what you need right now, is some self-love and self-care. So that was the reading for number 2. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't resonate. And if you would be so kind as to leave me a comment, let me know how I did. If you picked this pile, that was your reading, and thank you for watching. This is your reading if you chose card number 3. This is for you. So what I've done is I've already pulled 3 cards from the Rider Tarot deck. So this is going to be past, present, future, or you can think of it as influences leading you to the current situation and the outcome, depending on what guidance you take from this. Again, you have free will. You can make any choice that you want. It doesn't necessarily have to end the way I say it's going to end. You have free will. And this card here is the Angel Tarot card. So I pulled one from the pile number 3 to give you like a general at the end to kind of tie all this together. This is the crystal, also is a citrine crystal. It's a beautiful crystal, and this is for reading for pile number 3. Here we go. So we're going to pull, that's the past, that is the present situation, or so influences, current situation, and future, or the outcome. So this card is actually looking pretty good. So the past here is the Lover's card. So this could be very many things. If it's about a relationship, this is a very good relationship. If it's a relationship, or if it could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be a coworker, like just somebody that you're very close with. It doesn't have to necessarily be a lover, but generally when the Lover card comes up, it is a romantic relationship. So this is very good what's led you to right now. It seems that you're in a good place with a relationship. This could also be the relationship with yourself if you're single. So you're in a very, very good place. You were in a very good place, leading you up to the current situation, which is the Chariot. So the Chariot is your current situation. So you may feel like you're being drawn in 2 different directions. You may feel like you're a little bit unsure on the path that you're on. And the whole thing with this card is it actually is a very positive card. And what to remember with the Chariot is, to be victorious, you have to like forge ahead. Do not give up. Forge ahead. You're on the right track. And deep within your heart, all of our answers, whatever we are seeking answers to, spiritually, intuitively, whatever it is, the answer is in our heart. We have the answers. We are actually very, very wise. So it's just about life pulling you sort of in different directions, and you may be a little bit confused right now and not sure what you're doing. But the message here is to forge on with your Chariot, and you will be victorious. Keep going, head forward, keep moving along, and the future card, or the outcome card, is one of the best cards that you could possibly get in tarot, and it's the Wheel of Fortune card. And it basically means if you keep forging ahead, you can, the card that is the outcome here, not necessarily the future, but usually those go hand in hand, and the outcome card here is the Wheel of Fortune, which means that the universe has your back, which means let go and let God, basically. It's like the opportunity is going to be knocking wildly with this card, and you're going to get ready, because you're going to have a very big chance of success. But you have to go with the flow with this card. It's about going with the flow. It's about trusting. It's, trusting in the process and letting go, letting God take over, Jesus take the wheel. And Wheel of Fortune is a very good card, financially, emotionally, for business, for success, for romance, for everything. It's a very, very good card. So have trust in the process, and you've got some very good things coming for your outcome if you can just learn to and this is also about sometimes letting go of control with this card, especially when you're a little bit scattered, because again, you might be getting pulled in different directions. Stick to your guns, and again, keep forging forward. And the general message that you have got is the Queen of Water. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. And that's basically what I was saying. So the Queen of Water is also like the Queen of Cups. And it just kind of solidifies everything that I have said here, is that there is definitely a shift happening here. Trust the process. Relationships are going to go to a new level. You have a great potential for abundance. You have great potential for financial abundance and success. And funny enough, the citrine crystal here has a lot to do with abundance and with manifestation, and even financially, there's a lot of abundance in a citrine. They use citrine a lot for bringing upon financial abundance. So this is a very good outlook here. And again, as long as you keep your good outlook, and keep forging ahead, and don't give up. And you've got a great outcome here happening for you. So if this resonated with you at all, please comment and let me know. And if it did not, please comment and let me know. And even if you want to come back in a month or so, or 2 months from now, and let me know what the outcome, if that ever came to fruition, I'd be really happy to know. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't resonate. And I really hope that you enjoyed this card reading, and that was your card reading, card number 3. Thank you.